Google parent Alphabet beating street expectations for a second quarter. Earnings and revenue coming in better than expected. The company saw strong results across search, also cloud, also YouTube. Joining us more on this mega cap tech giant, Mark Mahaney. He's the Evercore ISI head of internet research. He raised his price target on Alphabet to $240 a share from $205. I think the concern and anxiety around this stock has been this idea that ChatGPT and Claude and all the other big LLMs were somehow going to take market share from Google. Google saying, we're not going to have it, and we're actually doing better than you thought. Did that surprise you?
I like how you set it up, Andrew. I think you just took all my thunder there.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
That's okay. This has been and remains our top pick in large cap internet. It's still trading at 18 times earnings, so it's trading at like 7 multiple points cheaper than Meta, and it's still at a slight discount to the market. For the search leader, the YouTube, the company that owns YouTube Cloud has got this Waymo asset. I still think it's the valuation is highly attractive. Fundamentals came in better than expected, and expectations were rising. I think there's two kind of broader things the three things that are happening here. First is the ad market is kind of held in better than we all feared 3 months ago. Second, cloud market just continues to get stronger with all of this AI, generative AI demand. And then third, Google is just executing well. Give them credit for it. They're at record operating margins, even though depreciation is rising because of this big capex cycle. They've been very consistently managing down or flattish their headcount. And so they're showing a lot of cost discipline. I think the story is just getting stronger, and I continue to like the stock.
How much of it is Gemini getting better? I think there was a view at another point in the ballgame, maybe just a couple months ago, that ChatGPT had so far outpaced where Gemini was. And I've always thought the sleeping giant here is Google, because if they're able to productize what's inside of Gemini so that it works inside of Google and Google Calendar and all of the different products, all of a sudden it becomes super powerful given the data that they have. That has yet to be unleashed.
Yeah, I agree with your setup on that too. We should change roles here, Andrew. I think you got that. I think you got that right. I think the two things that were sort of lost a little bit in all this debate about what was going to happen to Google and ChatGPT and Claude and Google search getting displaced is, one, Google has this mountain of data. They've got a bigger mountain of data than anybody else with which to train, Gen AI to come up with better solutions, both on the advertiser side and on the consumer side. The second thing is this company, Google, it's not like they've been asleep at the switch here. I mean, they've been investing aggressively and talking about Gen AI for a decade. I remember watching Sundar Pichai's first Google I/O presentation about a decade ago, may have been 9 years ago, and his topic was AI. So it's the company was there. They just needed a little bit of a kick, to get going. And I think that's, ChatGPT did them a service, I think, in some ways, and forced them to innovate faster. And I think they have innovated faster.
What do you think of all the capex spending? The market doesn't seem to be upset about it. They seem to be quite happy about it. I just wonder whether the economics of all this capex spending, when you start to see it meaningfully kick in, given just how high a cost all of this really is.
The basic question is there an ROAI? Are these companies like Microsoft and Amazon, Meta and Google, are they going to get a return on, what's going across the board, 250 billion in capex? Now, not all of that obviously is going to generative AI, but a huge chunk of it is. And there's some decent data points that have come out. I mean, Google's P&L probably gives you some data points. Meta's had a slew of them. We expect to hear more next week about how it's helped them do better recommendations, both for consumers. So the content's gotten more relevant, more personal, and people are engaging more. I mean, that's factually true. And on the advertiser side, advertisers feel that they're seeing a better return on their ad spend because they're able to, their ads are being targeted at the more accurately at people at the right time or the most actionable time, and they're seeing conversion rates rise. So there is evidence. Whether you're really going to get a great return on all of that spend, I don't know, but you are seeing a return.